Hey guys, it's Dan, back with another video, and in today's episode, we're going to Shenandoah National Park to get out of New York City. I have been to Shenandoah National Park before, from the sweatshirt actually. I usually buy a sweatshirt at every single national park that I go to, but I only had, I'm telling you, half a day. So this is going to be really nice. We're going to be going for 2 nights, 3 days, and we're going to be exploring as much as possible. We're gonna be hiking, we're gonna be camping a little bit, you know, like the nice little cozy fire, and we're also gonna be doing some night hikes as well because I am an astrophotographer, so maybe we'll take some night sky pictures. Just upgraded to a brand new tripod, so this is perfect, absolutely perfect timing, and I'm really excited about this. So yeah, let's get going because I'm pretty much dressed now. I'm gonna be wearing this sweatshirt. I know, a little cheesy for that, but I'm gonna be wearing the Shenandoah sweatshirt throughout the entire national park. It is gonna be a little hot, but the nights are gonna be cold and it's gonna be really awesome. Let's get going. The thing about living in New York City is you put a lot of your stuff under the bed or whatever. That's where this tent came from, under the bed. This right here, completely under the bed essentially. So it's a lot to do, you know? New York City's not fond of hiking, for sure. There's so much equipment that all this stuff is being stuffed like under the bed and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, this backpack is really good. It's got a lot of stuff. It's actually holding my tripod. We got a tripod, all that stuff. So yeah. All right. So we have everything packed up in the backpack. We actually have to go to work first. We have to work at REI. So that's where we're actually going to be headed. But I have everything I have in my backpack. If you don't know, I actually have to work Saturday night for the Indoor Football League, which is actually right now going on, literally right now as I'm working. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy because I have my laptop in here. I got, as you can see, my tripod to the left, camera, everything like that. Luckily, the laptop, I'll just be able to put in a separate bag, but for going to work, I want to have it hidden in my backpack. So this is definitely going to be a tough day for sure, but we got the tent. I'm actually going to be wearing my hiking boots as well to work. It's just a lot of fun. Welcome to living in New York City. Little mountain view. Beautiful. Honestly. First hike in 4 years? No, 3 years. 3 years. That's so nice. Just like the mountain and everything. It's so nice. Hi. We're not even at the viewpoint yet. Another view. It's by me. I think it was all of us. I think we forced you. Oh, is it really? Nice little mountain view.
Picture of us.
Yeah, you want a picture?
Under the bridge.
No, I meant.
No, Tallest mountain in Shenandoah. Done. What do you think? What do you guys think about the climb? It was great. Challenging?
It was hard.
Jake's dead.
I wouldn't do it again, but I would.
I'd do it again, absolutely. Sunrise tomorrow. We're coming back tomorrow, sunrise.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, the bird.
Tallest mountain in Shenandoah. Accidentally. Didn't even realize. Literally didn't even plan for this. Like, we were just like, I think
Crazy view.
crazy view.
Right there, every step.
No, accidentally did this. Didn't even realize. And then found out it was the tallest mountain.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Looks good though. This is the best one right here. Just this view, right there. I don't like the farm feel. I like the mountains. No, it's awesome. All right, so one thing that I'm still trying to work on a bit is like vlogging in front of people, I guess. And I'm used to hiking by myself, so I used to like set up the tripod and stuff like that. But I don't know. I guess I got to get used to that a little bit. But anyway, we have reached the campsite for the night. It's a beautiful, beautiful campsite. It's actually the same exact campsite that I stayed at when I first visited, and I found this. It's entirely for free, completely remote, and it's a beautiful campsite. I mean, it's like, you know, there's nothing back there. The closest like other one is like, you know, it's like still just like really remote. We got the obviously the fire there. And then I think this is where we built our last one, like dead serious. And then like you just have like straight woods, like nothing else is back here. So that's why I really kind of enjoy like the whole like, you know, the free camping and stuff like that, because like it's so remote, it's free. I mean, this is entirely free. We didn't pay a single dime. And it's just nicer. I think it's just nicer overall. So very excited to share the nighttime stories. We've already done a bunch of the hikes. We did 4 hikes today. We did the Hawksbill, which was the best. That was completely by accident, by the way, like entirely. Didn't even mean to do it. And then we did Stony Mountain, which is still one of my favorites, but obviously that one took over the Hawksbill. And then we also did 2 more, which I can't remember. We did 4 miles on one of them. It was that like slight little river. We did about 4 miles on that one. That was my biggest actual hike since my back. And today so far, I mean, not to jinx it, but it's feeling absolutely great. I mean, I was carrying water bottles, shirts, and stuff like that. So like nothing crazy heavy, but the backpack that I bought is just super nice. So definitely a clutch thing. And I did bring a sleeping pad with the tent, obviously, and hopefully that will be really nice. I don't really see any other like, you know, really options, I guess you can say, but we're gonna put up the tent here and just, you know, obviously the prime thing in this trip is entirely that it's my first trip with my herniated disc. And you know, this is like a normal day of what I would do, so this is actually like really good, especially that one trail, the Hawkskill trail, or Hawksbill. That was like the steepest trail that I've done in a while. So like this is great practice, because this is something that I would do on a normal day. So very excited about this. We're gonna cook some potatoes. We're gonna do some dough, and I'm gonna put some bug spray on because there's actually a lot more bugs out here than in Shenandoah. So I'm gonna put some bug spray on and get the fire started. So I'll see you guys there. All right, nice little fire here with some s'mores. Well, I can't have the chocolate or the graham crackers, so I'm just having literally the s'mores. But got a beautiful fire going out here. Honestly, this is like the greatest part. Besides the pan. Don't ignore that. That was a whole session. I wish I recorded that, but like literally just like, it looks a lot darker outside than it does, obviously. But yeah, one thing is that it's supposed to be northern lights tonight, and it's like really not as clear, but we'll definitely figure it out if it actually is northern lights or not. But yeah, super, super nice. Oh, wow. Anyway. So yeah, nice little fire. Tents are set up. I don't know if I explained that yet, but tents are set up. And we're just going to sit here by the fire for the night. Kind of just relax. Another viewpoint. All about the same, but still very, very nice to get out of the house for sure. This is really steep. Which mountain is this? This one's Mary's Rock. Mary's Rock Summit. Longest hike. Definitely more challenging than Hawksbill, but very, very nice view. 360 view for sure. Bug just landed on 360. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. All right, well, back to reality, I guess you could say. One of the hardest things, I think, coming home from any trip, especially outdoors, is coming to a city where nothing is outdoors. Now, I've been home for a couple hours now, and I'm trying to readjust to not living outside, I guess you could say, but that was my first hike since the injury, and I just gotta say, I am thoroughly proud. Now, I talked about this in my herniated disc video. The last two things that I needed was sitting in the car for a long period of time and hiking. And I did some decently strenuous hikes where I went not off trail or anything like that, but a little just farther up than most people, like when it comes to like not like a little off the trail, but designated off the trail, if that makes any sense. But my back held up perfectly. I mean, this backpack just absolutely did wonders for me, and honestly, just the last thing that I needed regarding just all of this stuff. Now, I'm actually going to head over to the computer and show you guys what the path that we actually did, and just, yeah, but the hardest part is coming back. I swear, it really is. It's just trying to re-back adjust to normal life. I'm actually about to head to work in like 30 minutes because I picked up a shift at the place that I work, so it's just the whole thing. So let's head over to the computer and let's kind of break down some of the stuff that we did during this trip. All right, I know it's kind of weird to see me over on the computer, but this is actually where I spend a lot of my time to begin with. Not editing, but I actually do a lot of video game like Rocket League and stuff like that. So I'm very used to this one, but I know I've been usually vlogging. But let me kind of show you the path that we decided to go on, as you can probably tell throughout this entire video. But I just want to show you on a map perspective. Let me know if you guys want to see this in the future for future like travels and stuff like that. I would really like to know if you guys would like this. Again, this is all trial and error for me as well. But as you can see, we are in Virginia, Shenandoah National Park. We entered right here through the Lee Highway. It took us about 4 hours, 4.5. We left at 4 a.m. the one morning, and then the next night we left at like 6 p.m. So it definitely took us quicker to get there than it did to leave. Now, one of our plans was actually Mary's Rock, as you could tell, but we skipped that one because one, I didn't know where it was, okay? I thought it was somewhere along here, but I couldn't find it. So Mary's Rock was actually second day. But one thing that I really liked is Virginia, or Shenandoah, has one road. Literally for their national park. It's called Skyline Drive. You just take that wherever you need to go for any national park trip. Love parks that do that. A lot of them do have either loops or one road. Not Death Valley though, but Death Valley I still love near and dear to my heart. But we just took Skyline Drive to our first park, which was actually Stony Man, which is going to be here. So we they got off again. Everything that you're seeing, I have to record this like you guys have already watched this, but our first trail that we decided to do was actually kind of a like we passed a lot of trails. Remember, we were here for the views, not so much for every single trail. The first trail that we decided to do was the Stony Man Trailhead. It was a beautiful trail. I don't think it actually, oh, it does have a view of the top, but you guys have already seen the top. We parked right inside of here, and it was a great parking spot, and we just traveled right there. It was less than a mile or so, Really wasn't too bad. I was very nervous to film up there, but I got to get used to it. Then we came down here, entered right through here, and did a Miller's Head, which was also really nice. I actually, yeah, I did record that one. That is where we saw the really nice, like this rock right here. That was really, really nice. I got to say, that was like, besides Hawksbill, this one was like probably my second favorite. I really did enjoy the hike overall. But then we headed over to our next one, was actually the longest one, which I thought there was a waterfall here, but as you can probably tell from the video, there really wasn't. Now we skipped Hawksbill, I believe. I actually might have to search this up unless we completely skipped it. That was day 2. I actually don't know. Oh, it was right across the street. It was right here. White Oak Canyon. It was literally right across the street. That's why I was like, there's Miller's Head. We just came right out of there and just literally came to White Oak Canyon Trailhead. That's where we did almost like 4 miles. Now it was a very easy trail, flat surface 99% of the way. We did about 4 miles. We did 2 miles there. We did the lower fall. No, we did the upper falls. That's where we ended, and we were just like, we're heading back. But we did 4 miles there, and then we went down. If we get back on Skyline Drive here, we went down to Hawksbill, which Hawksbill was actually a accidental one, as you saw from the video. I didn't know it was the tallest mountain in Shenandoah, but I did see it as I was doing my research, and I was like, this looks really cool. Turns out to be the highest one. We parked in the middle of the, not in the middle of the road. We parked in the grass actually because it was full. Yeah, we parked like right there. Literally right there. It's hard for me. I don't think I can actually, can you? Oh, you can get down there. Nice. But we parked right there. All this was filled. Like, I'm talking filled to the brim. We parked all the way down here and then entered right into this trailhead right here. I'm trying to, right here. Now, fun fact, just for anybody who's having any ideas, this is a shorter path, but a steeper path to the summit. If you want to take the, I wouldn't say easier, but if you want to take this way, this is Upper Hawksbill Trail. This is loop. So yeah, it was definitely very steep. It was very cool though, but it definitely winded us. But after that, we headed to the campsite, which we saw. Now, I'm not going to show where that campsite is for multiple reasons. One, because it's free, and I believe that if you want to, like, obviously, like, I want to make sure that it's still kept and like the whole thing. So I don't really know the process of that. Maybe I'll get a little bit better in the future, but I don't want to show the campsite that we were at. It is easy or it's not easy accessible, but it's easy to look up if you know what you're looking up for, if that makes any sense. But I don't want to just share it because it is a spot that's not really like, you know, it's free, so it's hard to say. But anyway, it was an hour out of the park, so we drove an hour outside of the park to camp at a free campsite. Yes, there are a bunch of campsites inside. Oh, that's the lodge. We did not stay at the lodge. There's a bunch of campsites in Shenandoah National Park, but it was not happening. So Shenandoah National Park, then we woke up, did Dark Hollow Falls, and this is where things took a 180. We did Dark Hollow Falls, beautiful trail. Then we were actually heading over to, oh my gosh, I actually forget, we did Bear Fence Mountain, which was such a random mountain. This wasn't even on the itinerary, and this is why you always need to be prepared when you're hiking, because things can go different. Now, the actual plan was to do Black Rock Summit, Chimney Rock, and High Top Summit. But the fun fact is that I didn't know, here is Black Rock Summit, all the way over here, far away. It was about an hour and 20-minute drive inside of the park because the speed limit's about 30 miles per hour. You have to account for that. It wasn't happening, and it was already like 12 o'clock. So we decided not to do that. So we did Bear Fence Mountain, which was actually really nice, completely random hike. Again, wasn't even on the itinerary, so that was really nice. And then what we did do is, because we were leaving soon, because some of my group, you already know, Jake, who was my cousin, he had to get to work the next morning. He got called in. So instead of driving in the opposite direction, we decided to completely loop back around and go to the entrance to Mary's Rock Summit Trailhead, which was definitely one of my favorite hikes. I would have to say my favorite hikes that we did was definitely Hawksbill, Mary's Rock. Dark Hollow Falls is always nice, but I've been there before. And then Miller's and Stony Man, all of them with obviously nice views, as you saw throughout the entire video. And it definitely was a really nice view up here. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, Shenandoah National Park officially in the books First time exploring the entire time. Like I said earlier, I have been to the park before, but I only decided to do, or not decided, I only did 2 trails. Not enough for me. I need to explore most of the park. Now, I could have done more. There's 100% more I could have done that would have given me better views, like Black Rock Summit, which I've already done. So that's why I can consider that I've pretty much done it. But there's a bunch to do in Shenandoah. Even I couldn't explore it in 2 days, but life happens. I have to go back to work. I can't request off for weeks at a time, sadly. I would love to. Oh my gosh. But that is going to be the end of today's video. Shenandoah National Park officially down. Check it off the list. I've been to 18 national parks, and well, there's sirens, and that's just how you know we're back in the city. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next video.